Hi! Juan and me are headed out for a trot around the field. Now, no matter how many times I trot around this field, there's always something. So as you can see, there are mattresses on the left side. So right away we have a training obstacle. Part of it is, he's an interesting horse because some of the most things that should be totally frightening for horses, he is so unbothered by. But when you have things like that colorful mattress, it's really bizarre looking as a contrast. Now, off to the right, you see the cows. A guy drove down the road with the tractor, and I think they normally feed the cows with the tractor, so all the cows are walking and trotting down after the tractor. Doesn't even bother at all about the cows, but that mattress is a weird thing. So this is all the part of knowing all the horses. Now we have the mail system, so we have the mail person delivering mail. Hi. I'll let him take all that in. And so he's great about cars and all of that. But still, we have a mattress, we have cows walking and trotting, we have a mail truck, and we're starting our adventure around the field. It's great having this. He's getting, it's been, 3 months, I think, since I've been riding. And he had that injury that was a setback. And the vet said, no, just go ahead and start working him back. So now I'm pretty much up to full speed, I think. I think he's ready really to start jumping, and I've been cantering a little bit, and all of that's going well. Oh, I passed a tire. And so it's really great to be able to do these really long trots for his stifle. And I can just feel it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I think stifles are kind of complicated areas in the horses, and so it's been perfect to be able to do this rehabbing out trotting around the fields. You can see there's all the miscellaneous. Boy, look how much everything's grown on the left. So cool to see how everything grows. And then you see all the little bits and pieces of unfortunate trash, plastic and things, a big blob of plastic there. They get stuck on the fence. And all of this, again, training opportunities. Oh, here comes a truck. Now, with him being so good about traffic, they're being extra polite and slowing way down. And it's so cool. Everybody, I'm always out riding, and everybody takes care of me. Most of the guys that work in the fields, they know. Another big blob of plastic. So they were super, super polite to slow down. They don't know if this horse is good or not about that, traffic. So I appreciate them looking out. Now, this is pretty weird. They've set all these pipes down, and then we've got these weird trailers and pipes. So I'm gonna, even though he's an experienced horse, it's pretty weird. So I'm going to let him process all of this. And just, again, that he stays in a rhythm, that he stays in front of my seat and my leg, that he allows me to manage where and how his feet are going and what path I'm walking on. Those are the kind of things I'm looking at. That he's staying fairly straight and symmetrical. In the course of riding him, he's pretty close now, we'll get him jumping, he had a twist in his body, and that's changed significantly. It's kind of fun. It's not really practical when you sell horses to have them for a long period of time, but personally, it's kind of cool. With this horse, I've had now a little bit over a year. Got him last December, and then I took him to Colorado, and then he's been here in the desert twice, and now he'll go to the new place. I'll be moving next week. Now what's great next week when I move over to the new place is I have Leslie, and Leslie is the one who likes jumping over things. So she'll start riding Claire and Squidward and Bugs, and then I have to make a decision about Lincoln. See, they're irrigating. See, that's a little obstacle. Water, irrigating. I timed it so we didn't have to get wet. And she'll start jumping them. I'm going to have her wear the GoPro. She doesn't know this yet, but that'll be kind of fun because then I can video from the side and she can wear the GoPro. And I will get the other camera going too so I can do the tracking. It's a nice ranch too where I'm going. I mean, the one thing I will miss is I do love the horses being in those 5-acre fields. They will have areas to move around in, but it's pretty hard to find 5 acres. And now they'll probably start being a little bit separated because their paths are going to start taking them onto other homes. Anyway, so Bugs is doing great. The twist in his body has changed so much. It's sort of cool. Like I said, I learn every day from these horses. And it's going to just be easier for whoever buys him and rides him because he doesn't have this letter C in his body now. Pretty straight. I mean, I know there's a tendency for a certain pattern he has, but I forget. Most people just aren't looking at all that. It's my job to kind of unravel those patterns. And there we are. We're going to head down the road. Now, since he's an Arab Dutch Warmblood cross with a really upright neck, when he starts looking at things, that neck gets pretty high. So one of the things now that he knows how to go on the bit and all those things, and I want him to be available to listen to that level of aids. But the difference is I want to ride him onto the aids from a positive leg and a positive hand contact. Sometimes I have to be a little bit firm when they kind of grab hold of the bit and they're holding a certain tension in their jaw. That isn't really useful. But in this case, ultimately I want the horse to accept my leg aid, seat and leg aid, so that I'm literally riding them onto the bit. There's a difference between that feel and a feel of me blocking them in the front and then just riding them with this rigid hand. Very, very different feel when the inside of the horse recycles in a really supple way. And, you know, it's one of those things where probably before I die, this is the stuff that I need. Obviously, I'm talking about it now, but help people to understand because it's so different for the horse not to just be blocked into being on the contact, but to be truly supple and round on the contact within itself. Up a little traffic. That was a pretty big truck going by fast. And so did well there. He got a little bit tight, but holy cow. Can I blame any horse? You think about it. Well, maybe most people don't think about it because they're not riding down a road with traffic, but you're pretty darn vulnerable. Giant steel machine on wheels moving at speed, and there you are on a little soft-bodied animal, even though they're big. It would be very messy. All right, so we're having a little discussion. Something strange is going on, so I just, again, letting him process it. I'm going to trot down the field today instead of the road, just a little different place to trot. Oh, they've been rearranging things. Big pile of plant debris, I'll call it. Oh, now I'm going to be coming up to the giant piles of citrus. I think they use it kind of like organic ingredients they put out in the fields. I'm not sure. Maybe they feed the cows with it. Pretty colorful, though. Pretty colorful. grapefruits and oranges. And again, I just love all this for the training opportunities. So he's being very steady, safe. You know, that's a big one for horses. It'll be interesting to see, you know, how he does. He jumps well. There's no doubt about that. He jumps well, cute, kind of cute as a bug. It's kind of great that his name is Bugs, or at least we call it Bugs. There's a different registered name. We call him Bugs. But it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to this next piece with Leslie jumping them. And Leslie rode the horses for me when I went to South Africa and to India in 2011. I think I was gone 3 months, and I was looking at whether I was going to continue riding horses or what I was doing. And she just came back from working in Ocala, Florida, and wasn't quite set up yet. So I took advantage and had her ride all my horses, sale horses, client horses, my horses. And when I came back in 3 months, it was awesome. It really was like I hadn't gone away. And it's very unusual, especially she wondered why, oh, there are the cows. She wondered why I had a non-dressage rider ride the horses. But for me, it was about the feel of the rider. And for whatever reason, our feel, even though we have a different background, lines up. And so when I came back, the horses felt familiar. And 3 months is enough time that things can really be changed in 3 months. So I've never forgotten that. And then sometimes we help each other with horses, and she'll let me ride her horses to sort out something in their bodies. And I hope the flies are back. It's incredible. We just have a few sunny days and the flies are just out in force again. So anyway, I'm looking forward. I think it'll be nice for the horses if they carry and wear another stranger, but the feel is similar. I think that's a really nice idea for them as a transition to somebody else schooling and riding them. So here I am, taking in, I was just waving at somebody. Oh, the guy at the tractor to the left, he stopped and waited for me, so I was waving and thanking him. That was cool. All right, back to the trot again. A little pile off to the left. Something's burning over there. So all these little cool things. For some reason the other day, well, the wind was really blowing, and that tarp to the right was just sideways, so that was winding him up a bit. No wind today, but still it's nice to go by all that stuff, tractor utensils, tarps, everything. And to me, you know, again, I don't know if he's going to make it as a hunter. We got him. Leslie helped me pick him out. We were looking at it. We're going to do a business together. And I don't know. He can jump. He jumps well. But I don't know still yet if he's going to, what his future is going to be. But at the very, oh, here comes a car. I'll move over, let the car go by. At the very least, all this year of training, clearing up the aids, having him get straighter in his body, more obedient, more self-confident, all of it's good for his future.